Tyler, I guess first thing, kind of looking at Utah State. I know, obviously, once again they're having to change up quarterbacks a little bit. What's the first thing you see from their offense?
Um, their offense is really good, and even with that backup quarterback, um, it might be even our biggest challenge yet.
What is it about him that stands out? I know even in the first game he played this season, getting his red shirt pulled, he runs for almost 200 yards. Is that the biggest challenge, or?
I mean, he's definitely a threat to run it. Definitely the biggest threat to run it as a quarterback that we've seen so far, and that's something we definitely have to game plan for.
When you guys, I know the BYU game, and especially it was in focus, was kind of the scramble drill when the play kind of breaks down a little bit, kind of just keep going. And it seems like you guys have done a good job since then. How important is that going to be, for this game when you have a guy who can move around when it breaks down a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, as a D-line, we got to run to the ball, and whether it's pass and he throws it, we got to run to the ball, or he takes off, we just got to keep after them.
How's your season gone so far? How would you assess yourself? Getting back in there, get back in the groove of it after having to redshirt last year.
So far the season it's been good. I'm just trying to keep improving from week to week. That's kind of the big thing, and that's kind of the goal for everyone on our D-line is just get better from week to week.
What do you think about facing a mobile quarterback? I mean, like you kind of alluded to there. I mean, this is probably the most mobile guy you guys have faced so far this season, you'd say?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you have to kind of be honest with this week, or how do things kind of change, obviously, with a mobile quarterback?
I mean, we just got to try and keep him in the pocket, and when he does run, we're gonna have to just hunt as a defensive line, as a whole front seven, as a defense.
Is this another again? This quest to be dominant continues to kind of be thrown around. Is this another hurdle, another challenge for you guys to prove yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, every game is a challenge. We take every game, very seriously, and Utah State's a really, really good football team, and we're going to come out and play how we know we could play, and hopefully improve from last week, and get after them a little bit.
Yates said this week that whole dominance thing. He said that he would never admit to that until the season is over and you guys are top 10 in the country in terms of defense. Is that a goal he shared with you guys, or is that a common understanding at all?
I mean, our mentality, I keep saying it, is just improvement. I mean, we're never going to be satisfied with where we're at. Last week, we gave up too many rushing yards, and Colorado State did a good job running the ball. But we're just going to constantly keep improving, and the coaches do a really good job of staying on us and not letting anything slide. So I think we got a pretty good head on our shoulders as far as where we're at.
Do you have a definition of what a dominant defense is, or a view or anything?
I mean, a dominant defense is they stop the run. That's the first thing they do, and then they get after the passer, force turnovers. And that's something we've done good, but we could do a lot better job of that.
What's it like for you guys? It seems like your expectations are so high. Where the fact that the rushing yards you guys gave up, most teams would gladly take that. Or some guys were even talking about, you don't want to give up 10 points and stuff like that. That bar being set so high, how much does that push you guys when even that's maybe a little bit of a disappointment?
I mean, yeah, we're just going to continue to not be satisfied. And I think that's something that, as a defense, we were kind of upset with how many rushing yards we gave up. But we only gave up 10 points. But, I mean, that's kind of the difference right now. Is you could tell everyone was upset about that. And it's something that in practice we've been, working even harder this week because of it.
How have your expectations changed since you've kind of been here over time? I mean, it seems like the bar has definitely been raised in terms of what you guys expect out of yourself now.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing good defense. So obviously we're going to set the bar even higher, but I think it's because there's so many things that we see in film that we could still do better. And when you see those things, and you're like, now you're cleaning up the little details. And once we'll just keep hammering those away.
Yates said something along the lines of that, because there is so much experience now, because so many of you guys have played so much, you guys all are pretty dialed in with what you need to do, so now you guys are learning opposing offenses. I don't know if you could break that down, what that means, but I guess how much are you studying other offenses and what they do?
Yeah, I mean, we watch their film a lot, and that's something we do, right after the game with Colorado State ended. We started watching Utah State, and we watch their cut-ups, what they do on third downs, first downs, mixed downs, and we watch the full games. We do a lot of video, like just call FaceTime, getting in there and just watching film.
When you go into a game, how confident are you guys with with what you'll see in basically all the situations and scenarios that you just listed?
I mean, going into a game, I'm never 100% confident because I like to kind of play with that uncertainty, so I go out there and play hard and not give them anything. And but I mean, like I said, we're just trying to improve from week to week, and that's really the biggest thing right now is just getting better and cleaning up the things we had mistakes with last week to this week.
Well, what's impressed you about Tyler Gray? He's a guy who's got a lot of game action, but never been quite been a starter. But every time he's in, he does something. I think he's played a little bit of end, I guess, a little bit this year. What's impressed you most about what he's done this season?
I mean, he's a hard worker. Tyler Gray is a guy that can do a lot of things too. He's versatile and he's a smart football player and he's physical and he's kind of kind of just a blue collar football player, something that we really use here at Boise State.
And I have to ask you, were you the guy that left Rasa hanging?
No.
Oh, it wasn't you? Okay.
No.
Okay, I thought it was you, maybe.
A couple people have said that.
Oh, really? Did you? Who it was?
It's Hampton. It's 59.
Oh, okay, okay.
So tell
me how playing offensive tackle has always been a dream.
That's your turn. Not opposed.
How much do you guys like Tyler Gray? Really, kind of help make this defense actually what it is. Think of those linebackers that start in Vallejo and Weaver, and they got over 30 or 40 starts between them, and then you bring a guy Tyler off the bench or plays a lot, and he's got over 45 games himself of playing experience.
In our defense, he basically is a starter because he's playing a good majority of the game, just as many snaps as a first-string guy. So it's good to have that depth where he could come in. There's no drop-off from him from the first string to the second string. He come in, make plays, and make calls for our defense. And when he's in there, we have complete trust in him that he's going to get the job done.